Alright, welcome back, folks. It is day 130 with Duolingo Japanese. Once again, MAKU desu. Minasan, konnichiwa. Yokoso. So yesterday, we had a bit of a power outage. That's okay. Got our session completed. Started Unit 25, which it says here it's using past tense negative adjectives, but really it was about dates. Or it's a reintroduction of the date, a lot of the date vocabulary, and a little bit of the negative work experience kind of stuff. So we were being negative Nancy's yesterday. And as per usual, when we first enter a new unit, we're going to try to recall as much vocabulary as we can based on the sound and what I think the hiragana and the kanji are. So let's get right to it. Did have quite a bit of output challenges yesterday, as well as lots of random things. They're not necessarily grouped together, but in the big scope of dating, they're kind of grouped together. So we'll see how well I organize the information. So unit 25. Just start off with right from the top, right? Let's do the kanji terms first. Konkai. Our last month, Rokugatsu. Nanoka. Nanoka. We skipped day 6. I mean, we skipped the 6th day. No idea. Nanoka. Okay. Eesh. Right to left. Bangohan. I think those are all of them. Okay. Wakareru. Kenka suru. konde mashita. Konde mashita. Netsu. Netsu. Yuka. Yuka. Dake. Dayaku. Ito. Zannen. Oba Keashiki. Oba Keashiki. Katai. Apuri. Of course, we must not ignore the kunakata, kunakata, or e adjectives. Past tense negative adjectives. Janakata. Janakata was used once or twice for guessing that may be one way to do past tense non-adjectives. Don't know if there are any more. Let's see what else we have. Sheen. Enki. Because we're thinking of the Eigakan. How many is that? 4, 8, 10, 16, 19. I think we're okay there. We're good to go. Let's do unit 24. Unit 24 was describing childhood, largely school stuff. Oh, gakko. Gakko. Yochien. Yochien. Shogakse. Shugakse. Wait, that's fine. Kokose. Daigakse. Oh. Thank you. Haiku. Suie. Mangaka. Bijutsu. Ooh. What happened there? Ame. Ame. Narau. Narau. Hajimeru. Eifuku. Yokatta. I'm doing pretty well, Virus. How are you today? Yokata. Kakoyokata. Kakoyokata. Ibishi. Bonito bueno. Interesting. Fair enough. Not a single katakana. I feel like there was a katakana in Unit 24. Oh, had no toki. No toki. Etsuki Dankeschön. Yeah. Etsuki Dankeschön. Okay. Sounds good. So. Is that why it was so readily remembered? Because everything was in hiragana? Kanji? 絵を描きました。I don't think there was a radical to the left. Wait. Might have been something at the bottom, though. Yeah, I'm thinking of... Let's see. Ugh. This one's rough. It's too dense. Pretty sure it's like this. Akimashita. Hello there, Taxka. How many we got? 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 17, 19. Yeah, I think almost all of them were... There isn't a... I can't think of a single katakana phrase. Huh. Alright. That's good enough. I recall getting like 21 or 22 things. So we probably dropped something. Okay, let's get into our review. We have a big day today in the evening for our Chinese course. 2 more kanji. Okay. I'm curious if I complete the kanji from here. Oh wait. Never mind. I didn't resist. Yeah, never mind. Just kidding. Alright, let's hop right in.
いつ彼氏と別れますか？
いつ彼氏と別れますか？ Okay. いつ別れます。別れます。別れます。彼氏と昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。面白くなかった。面白くなかったです。It's nice to see them next to each other. 面白い、面白くない、面白くなかった。いや、残念でした。
デートは全然楽しくなかったです。
デートは全然楽しくなかったです。なかったです。楽しくなかったです。なかった。デートは全然楽しくなかったです。楽しくなかったです。全然。
今回彼女は怒りましたか？今回彼女は怒りましたか？
彼女
彼女は
は怒りましたか？怒りましたか？ Angry。
昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。
昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。面白くなかったです。昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。面白くなかったです。
今回彼氏はとても静かでした。今回とても彼氏とても彼氏はとても静かでした。今回彼氏はとても静かでした。
今回 the vocabulary。
7日に彼氏とデートに行きましたか？
7日に彼氏とデートに行きましたか？7日 is the vocabulary。 行きましたか？デート彼氏と7日。
今回彼氏は30分遅れました。今回彼氏は30分
遅れました。今回 to be late also 遅れました。30分。彼氏と別れます。多分アプリで新しい彼氏を探します。アプリ別れます。昨日彼女と別れます。アプリで新しい彼女を見つけます。アプリ別れます。先週のデートは楽しくなかったです。楽しくなかったです。今日のデートは楽しくなかったです。Alright. We can just click on the kanji button here. Okay. 毎日 Okay. 7日
毎日
毎日
7日
毎日
7日毎日5日7日明日火曜日
Yeah, that's a good mix right there.
7日
本1毎日7日7月
毎日。日。
毎日。5
5
日。
日。
火曜日。7日。
日。Oops.
7日。
That was
昨日。
no. That was
7日
interesting.
7日
朝ごはん。毎日。7日。車。2年生。
Okay. 土曜日。
土曜日。
Okay.
7日
You're gonna choose random days. Sure.
土曜日。
2日。
7日。水曜日。金曜日。
7日。
土曜日。
よ。
土曜日。7日。
It's actually a lot flatter than I thought.
毎日。金曜日。火曜日。土曜日。7日。
Okay. 7つ。Okay. 7つ。
7つ。
7つ。Interesting. Alright. 7つ。
7日。
7つ。 7つ。
7日。
7日。
7つ。7つつ
7日。
7日。
7日。 2
2
つ。
つ。
7つ。 水
水
曜日。
曜日。
3
3
つ。
つ。
7日。
7日か
7つ。1万。4日。1日。 7日。
I mean, it's actually kind of okay with out of
7
context.
7
That's an interesting way of. Okay.
7つ。4
4
つ。
つ。
7日。
7日。
水曜日。
7
7月。
月。
7日
That can be mean. 7。
7日
800。7日。休み。1つ。7つ。
え木曜日。
木曜日
7日
何曜日。毎日。7日。木曜日。日曜日。
7日。
木曜日。木。 曜日7日
Just drew an L. Yeah, that's fine.
土曜日7日木曜日2日何曜日
今週末。
今週末
今週末。今回、
今回
fair enough.
今週末今週今回
今週末
今
今週
週末。
末今週末
末。
今回今回
今
今年今週末今日
Dang.
週末
Sure.
今回
今回
Tricky.
今回
8時今週末3分お茶今回
今週末週末
今月今週末今回週末今
今回今回
新聞今週末7今回6つ
Alright. 3日
3日
7日
7日
3日
7日
日
明
明
日
日
3
3
日
日
毎
毎
日
日
昨日
Yeah, those are some good ones right there.
なのか
3日
3日
7日
The farther you get into kanji, the more the kanji section of Duolingo kind of shines on the multiple reads and overlapping things.
明日
明日
7日
日
3日
3日
昨日
No.
今日
Kyo. Yeah, I'm slowing down just to make sure. 今月
今月
今回
今回
今月今月
Okay.
今回
今月今月今月
今回今回11
11
月
月
今月今
今
回
回
2
2
月
月2月
今夜
Konya. I forgot about Konya.
今回
Okay. Okay.
今回
安い
Mm-hmm.
今月
Mm-hmm.
昨日水曜日今回
今月今月
Man, if they expand this to 10 matches, that would really escalate the difficulty. Even adding a 6th choice, maybe even a 7th.
今月
Kongetsu. The way I'm doing it, I go from right to left as opposed to left to right.
3月
3月.
今週4月
4月.
今回
今回
7つ4人今回今月9時
Okay. Alright. 7,000
7000
or 7,000. That's interesting.
7日
7,000.
2日
2日
3000 5000
5000.
7日7000
7000.
なの
7
か
7000
Oh, now they use the other one. Okay.
7
7,000. Okay.
7日
7000
7,000.
2000 1 日
1日. This one is specifically that.
7日
7
7時
7時. Okay. 大学.
大学
学校
学校
大学
学校
大学学校
学校大学
大学大学学大学
学校学校
Oh, I drew the left radical of gakko incorrectly in my recall. Yep. Just noticed.
2回
2
10回
Don't 10回 me. 10回
6回
Oh, 6回 me.
大学学校
学校
Oh.
学校
12月6時卵学校大学
大学大学
日
日
本
本
大学大きい 6階。学校。
学校
学校。
学校
Oh. Okay. Alright.
学校。食べます。9時間。分。大学。
Oh.
7つ、
7日。
7日、
7つ。
7つ。7月。土曜日。7日。4つ。
4つ。Wrong counter.
7日
7つ、
7
7日、
Okay.
7時。
7時。7時。
7時。
3
3日。
日。
7日。4つ。7つ。
Alright, personalized practice.
私も去年高校を卒業しました。
私も去年高校を卒業しました。卒業しました。graduated 高校去年私も卒業しました。高校を去年。
エリカさん、何時に家を出ますか？
エリカさん、何時に部屋を出ますか？出ますか？出る。何時出ますか？部屋を家を何時に家を出ますか？
もうすぐ新宿に着きます。
Thanks, Yahibo. もうすぐ新宿に着きます。This is the transit one. もうすぐ着きます。もうすぐ新宿にもうすぐ
泊まりませんか？
9月、what did you say?
9月3日にホテルに泊まりませんか？ 9月3日にホテルに泊まりませんか？
Oh, right. 9月3日、9月、9月3日にホテルに取りませんか？泊まり、might have mispronounced that. 泊まりませんか？泊まりません。ホテルに9月3日I guess either or. Don't you dare ping me for okay? I was about to say.
アレックスさんは何時頃着きますか？
アレックスさんは何時頃着けますか？何時頃着けますか？アレックスさん。
2時46分に着きます。
2時4、2時4、2時46分に着きます。着きます。着きます。2時4、46分に
上野公園の近くのホテルに泊まりませんか？
上野公園の近くのホテルに泊まりませんか？ Okay. 泊まりませんか？にホテル近く上野公園。
この建物は4時に閉まります。
この建物は4階に閉まります。What? Oh, 閉まります。Ooh, that's a 10%er. 閉まります。閉まる。この建物は閉まります。 44時に4時に
3時31分に電車に乗ります。
3時31分に電車に乗ります。乗ります。電車に3時31分
2時半に家を出ます。
2時半に家を出ます。2時半にOh. 家を
多分8時の快速電車に乗ります。
多分8時の快速電車に乗ります。快速電車に多分8時の快速電車。
いつ高校を卒業しましたか？
いつ高校を卒業しましたか？卒業いつ卒業ましたか？高校 Oops. Technically from, but
図書館は何時に閉まりますか？
何時図書館は何時に閉まりますか？閉まりますか？図書館何時に図書館閉まります。
いいえ、アニメはあまり見ません。
いいえ、アニメはあまり見ません。いいえ。見ませんか？見ません。はい。あまり見ません。アニメ。
恋愛映画はあまり見ません。
恋愛映画はあまり見ません。見ません。 あまり見ません。見ない。見ない映画。Okay. That was one.
あそこで黄色いバスに乗ります。
あそこで綺麗バスに乗ります。あ、黄色いバスに乗ります。I mean, 綺麗なバス it's okay too. あそこで黄色いバスに乗ります。乗ります。黄色いバスに。あそこで。あ、どこにいますか？
どこにいますか？
あそこで赤いバスに乗りますか？
あそこで赤いバスに乗りますか？乗りますか？赤いバスに。あそこで。
まだうちにいますか？
まだうちにいますか？いますか？まだうち。
あそこでどのバスに乗りますか？
あそこでどのバスに乗りますか？ Oh, these are kind of varied. Most of these phrases don't overlap with the first set of personalized practice. どのバス乗りますか？あそこで。
もっと小さい茶碗はありますか？
もっと小さい茶碗はありますか？ありますか？もっと小さい茶碗。
もっと大きい茶碗を使いましょうか。
もっと大きい茶碗を使いましょうか？使いましょうか？もっと大きい茶碗を。
ポップスは聞きますか？
ポップスは聞きますか？聞きます。ポップス。
パズルゲームをしますか？
パズルゲームをしますか？ Ooh, these are getting wider. This is like going kind of far back. Huh. Nice. They're the same prompts though. But they're not like newish prompts. And the kanji isn't being updated still. Right. Secret requests, obviously. My personal request. For Duolingo personalized practice is that the personalized practice that is associated with the current unit is retroactively updating all the kanji that you know up to that current unit. So if you're doing an old personalized practice, that's perfectly fine. But as it's going, it would be awesome to see that they consistently update the kanji that's already in your pool for the personalized practice. That's the giveaway that personalized practice may still be using the prompts from the unit itself, because those units may have words that you already have the kanji for, but they're in hiragana. Basu. Wait. Wait. Puzzle ゲームをしますか？しますか？パズルゲーム。
その RPG は楽しいですか？
その RPG は楽しいですか？その RPG は楽しいです。
ジャズは聞きません。
ジャズは聞きません。Although they do avoid a lot of them, like kikimasen no kanji. We don't have a kanji. Actually, yeah. ジャズは聞きません。聞きません。ジャズ。
RPG は好きですか？
Like this one. RPG は好きですか? Because we have 好き. Right. 好きですか? RPG
毎日パズルゲームをします。
毎日パズルゲームをします。パズルゲームを毎日。
J-POP はあまり聞きません。
J-POP はあまり聞きません。あまり聞きません。J-POP は
ポップスはよく聞きますか？
Pops はよく聞きますか? Actually go really far back, which is nice. I feel like personalized practice has often been the last couple, and the last couple can get a little redundant because they're probably still relatively fresh. So it's kind of nice that within the sets, it's going... Actually, that might be... I don't know if this is new or not. So it's very hard to tell. No patch notes, obviously. But the first personalized set was closest to the current unit. The second one was a bit back. And then this third one is... Or no, is this the second one? This might be the second one. It's going like... It feels like it's further back. I'm curious if they're staggering where it's like the closest one, further, and then further. I don't know. Maybe they're bidding them differently as you're getting to the later sections. And I don't know if it's a change because I feel like before the sections, they could have already set that up as a section since the sections are segregated as well. I would love to see them retroactively add the kanji though. I don't imagine that would be too difficult, like maybe like too many resources to retroactively account for the kanji. It doesn't have to be comprehensive. We make a special request effort to retroactively add the kanji up to the current unit. That'd be pretty sweet. What that does, in my opinion, is to show you what it looks like, all the simple sentences, right? All the earlier stuff, simple sentences, like even simpler sentences, look with kanji. When they look with kanji, it provides a different type of stimuli. And by the time you get to this point, you're probably already pretty vigorously used to seeing the hiragana reads already. So offsetting that would be pretty sweet if they retroactively add kanji back, but keep all the lesson stuff. I don't know, right? Different reads and whatnot. You can offer like a different snap someone out of how complacent they've become and stuff, right? Kikimasu ka? Opusu. Yoku. Yoku kikimasu ka? Kikimasu ka? Opusu wa?
Get more with Super Duolingo. Go ad-free and skip the interruptions to focus on your learning. Unlock unlimited hearts and make as many mistakes as you need. And you can target weaknesses in your practice hub with AI-powered practice sets based on your recent mistakes. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your learning with Super Duolingo.
Yeah, that's just the second set. Curious. They're gonna go even further back. Oh no. I guess maybe it's just random within it. It would be interesting if they decided to make it so that, oh, it can only be the last 3 units, and then the second set can only be the last, or the second set can only be like 4 to 6 units ago, and then so on. Kaisha no hito wa zenzen tanoshiku nai desu. Well, actually, this is a different unit too. Huh. Interesting. Kaisha no hito wa zenzen tanoshiku nai desu. This is a great compliment to the current one because we're doing negative adjectives in a past tense, and specifically E adjectives. Although technically they also showed non-adjectives in the past. It's not as complicated. Well, the example that they showed is not as complicated. Tanoshiku nai desu. Oh, and this is the present tense, sorry. Yeah, gotta mention this is the present tense. Tanoshiku nai desu. Zenzen.
3番ホームに行きましょう。
3番ホームに行きましょう。行きましょう。3番ホーム。
会社の人と話したくないです。
会社の人と話したくないです。会社の人と話したくないです。話したくないです。This is the Thai form, but in the negation. Hmm. 会社の人と
砂糖も少し使いましょう。
Sato. Oh, okay. Lots of different ones. Sato. Sato. Sato shikoshi tsukaimashou. Interesting. So there's that unit. Okay, the company unit expressing negative things about the company, and it's also combined with the cooking with someone unit. Interesting. Trying to keep track of how far and what type, what the range of the units are, and what type maybe they're associating, whatnot. I would love to see another request. Another personal request would be the personalized practice. When you get to the later sections, the personalized practice would have some sort of binning association. So like if you land on a chapter that a unit that deals with, I don't know, transit, perhaps the personalized practice then is set to associate all the transit units together. That would naturally make it a lot more intuitive. And what I mean by that is there are enough by the time you get to section 3, like mid-20s, that a personalized practice can be completely themed. But it can be completely themed as personalized practice. So instead of having one unit's worth of stuff, which that's how you learn most of the stuff in Duolingo, the personalized practice would be, oh, okay, this personalized practice by random chance or predetermined, they could predetermine it. And then it would make personalized practice feel still like not a single unit. It'll feel different. It'll intuitively get the person to associate multiple units that are connected, prepare them for the future units, and at the same time, it will not increase the amount of content they have to make. It would be another way to practice, because personally, for lack of a better word, my personal practice is that you take all the units that are related together and you practice those, right? That's how naturally, in my opinion, most people associate vocabulary later on. Even when they go outside and, I don't know, move to Japan and talk to someone, conversation is roped around themes, right? When you stay on a topic, you have to be able to naturally come up with all the things associated. And personalized practice at the moment sort of feels like that. They pick like 3 units. They might not necessarily be related to each other. However, that's excusable early on because there aren't enough vocabulary. There aren't enough units that are overlapping. I really like this unit because it was challenging in the sense that it's about negative past adjectives, but they combined 5 units, and I think there were 5 previous negative units, as in units that expressed negative things. So they combined all of them, and it feels really, really great. I actually think Duolingo hits its stride much, almost a little bit too late for a lot of people. But when you get to the later stuff, it really does feel like they're associating all the things. And personalized practice could end up being that way too, so that it makes it feel different. Early personalized practice, it felt like it lands on a unit, and maybe it lands on 2 units, and those 2 units are completely unrelated. So you either know them or you don't, and they're all the same prompts. So you don't, it's already assumed that Duolingo is using all the same prompts in the same pool. That costs resources to keep loading more and more prompts. Because if you're going to do it for one course, you're probably going to do it for all the other courses. That exponentially increases the pool of prompts that's required for the mechanic to work. But personalized practice, associating different units, all the units together, they're already kind of doing that in the lessons. So making a mini version of that in personalized practice would make personalized practice incredibly effective, in my opinion, a lot more effective. Where now they don't know it yet, you know, people might not know it, you know, it's contextless, right? However, if you group words that occur together very frequently, you don't have to be intellectually aware of it. Sometimes intuition takes over. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Huh. You know, when you think of Densha, you also think of Shinkansen, right? Shinkansen. And you might think of Homu. And then Kaidan. All the Guchis. Kitakuchi, right? Nishikuchi. They all come from different units. All the vocabularies are scattered in different units, and in the lessons they're bringing them back together. I think one of the very I want to say underrated thing that Duolingo does, because most people either don't pay attention anymore by the time they get to this point, because it's about keeping the streak alive and you're not making connections anymore, you're passively getting the right answers, or the people have already quit because it took too long, right? So by the time it hits its stride, which I feel like it's around now, this is about the time where Duolingo kind of hits its stride with Japanese. And I'm not even talking about any other course, because I know that the comments I'm making now do not apply to it. It's not the same for Duolingo Chinese. But this one, I think it takes a little bit too long for the average, I'm gonna say the average Japanese learner. It takes a while to even stay vigilant enough to notice this. But it's really nice. I think they're doing an excellent job constantly pulling the things together. Just very, very slowly for most people. By the time they're probably disinterested by the time they get to this point in matters of vocabulary arrangement. Anyways, sato shikoshi tsukaimashou. Yeah, skoshi sato. Oh, satomo skoshi.
会社の人は全然面白くないです。
会社の人は全然面白くないです。面白くないです。And then 面白くなかったです。It's a good primer if I practiced 面白くない and then transition to 面白くなかったです。or 面白くなかった。面白くなかった。面白くない。会社の人は面白くないです。面白くないです。全然。
どの砂糖を使いましょうか？
どの砂糖を使いましょうか？使いましょう。どの使いましょう。どの使いましょう。どの砂糖使いましょう。
3番ホームで少し待ちましょう。
3番ホームで少し待ちましょう。 待ちましょう。少し。3番ホーム。
日曜日に予定はありますか？
日曜日に予定。はい。日曜日に予定はありますか？予定。Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a weak word. That is a very weak word. Yote. Plans. Ooh. Yote. What? That wasn't in this current chapter. Yote would be a very useful word for this chapter. Having date plans. Like deito no yote. Or something like that. Even in a prompt. Like, I don't know. Rokugatsu. I'm trying to use the vocabulary in this unit. Rokugatsu. Nanoka. Nanoka ni deito. Deito ga arimashita. Arimasu. Arimasu. Oh, I guess it's in the past tense, so they wouldn't have used this. And then you could ask like, yote wa nani, right? Nani desu ka? Nan desu ka? Sorry. Yote wa nan desu ka? Something like, what are your plans for the date that is on June 7th or something, right? You can still ask what were your plans, even if it's in the past tense. That would be kind of unnatural and I suppose pigeonholing. I feel that sometimes when learners hyper focus on what is natural, I feel they forget that SRS is unnatural by nature. So when it's already going to be unnatural, in my opinion, using it to its fullest extent by exercising vocabulary and mix and matching, that still levies the SRS, in my opinion. Lots of SRS things are going to be unnatural by circumstance because you're not actually having human to human conversations, right? The cadence, the movement, empathy, body language, all that type of stimuli is absent when it comes to a lot of forms of SRS. Anyways. 日曜日に予定はありますか？ありますか？予定は日曜日。
毎日同僚と話したくないです。
毎日同僚と話したくないです。話したくない。同僚と毎日。
2月1日に予定はありますか
？2月 What did you just say?
2月1日に予定はありますか？
Okay, they're fine. 2月1日に予定はありますか？ありますか？予定は2月1日に
同僚とあまり話したくないです。
同僚とあまり話したくないです。話したくないです。話したくないです。あまり話したくないです。同僚と
土曜日も遅くまで仕事します。
土曜日も遅くまで仕事します。仕事します。遅くまで土曜日も
いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？
いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？仕事します。いつも仕事します。遅くまで。
このバンドのアルバムはどこですか？
Yeah, and then it goes to another unit. このバンドのアルバムはどこですか？どこですか？このバンドアルバムは
毎日このバンドのアルバムを聴きます。
毎日このバンドのアルバムを聴きます。このバンドアルバム毎日Hunky dory. Okay. Got kanji. Sure.
大学学校
10月
10月
学校午後
Ooh, that's a good one, actually. Okay.
大学山口
学校
大学
大学学校
学校 Yeah, I screwed up the left radical today.
電車大学入り口学校1月
6月
6月
600
6月6月
600
600
6月
6月
6月月
600
600
600 6回 来月400 6月
600 100
6月600 4000先週4つ
6月月
900 6月来月600先月
600 600
Okay. Sensing the strain now with all the counters.
6月600 4日間父東京
Chi-Chi. Oh, I see why they put Chi-Chi in there. Okay. Maybe. Ah! Second typo. Uncalled for. Okay. Roku. Sure.
6月
Makes sense.
6月11月6回6 6000
Okay.
6月6
6
6月
Oh, you're just gonna, okay. You're just gonna make it a, okay. I always like to slant it a little. That's fine. You know what? I'm kind of curious. Oh, it's not slanted at all. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I kind of like slanting it. However, it's not slanted at all. Alright.
6000 6回4月6月6
Okay. Is this lining up with... Oh yeah, it is. Wow. Dang. 6月
600
Oh, oops.
6月
6月 Oh no. 今月
今月
Okay.
6月
I see what you're
6月
doing there. 今月
今月
6月
6月月
今月今月
Okay.
4
4
月
月2月
6回今月6月来月
今月今月
6月10入ります今月8分
うん
6月 月
6月
月
今月600 1月来月
今月今月
左
左
今月
Okay.
700中6月
Okay. It's getting a little sussy. Okay.
600
600
6
6
月
月 Okay. 600
800
800
今月500
500
600
6
6月
月
6月
600
600 6月
6分 That's a good one. 6分
1月600 6月700
Get more with Super Duolingo. Go ad-free and skip the interruptions to focus on your learning. Unlock unlimited hearts and make as many mistakes as you need. And you can target weaknesses in your practice hub with AI-powered practice sets based on your recent mistakes. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your learning with Super Duolingo.
Okay. Okay. 6回
6
6
月
月Excuse me.
6月6回2回2月何回
6月
6回
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 6月
6月6回6分11月6時
Interesting. Getting a little intense here.
11月
Okay.
6
6
月
月 Yeah, I'm just picking months, any month.
10
10
回
回
今
今
月
月
6
6
月
月
来月
来月
11
11
月
月
6月
11月
いい
11
11
月
月
6月
10
10
回
回。
6
6
月
月。
今
今
月
月。
9
9
月
月。
11
11
月
月。So they require you now to complete all the repeating kanji sections. Oh, that's interesting. This unit has repeating kanji sections, but the previous one had repeating kanji section too. Oh, they're combined. Oh, wait. Because that's what's confusing to me. They had lots of, oh no, but they don't have the units here. Yeah, it's missing here. But they do have it down here. It's like kind of missing. They did have like daigaku. You know, daigaku exercises. Which daigaku exercises should be up here. So maybe there was like a little mishap when they were reorganizing things. Because I was expecting this to have at least daigaku, chugakusei, shougakusei, right? Like kogakusei, anything with the gakuseis. But then again, their vocabulary, that's interesting. Anyways, going back. It's getting really complicated to organize things, I can imagine, I suppose.
今月
今月。
6月
6月、sure.
6
6
月
月、
5
5
月
月、
1
1
月
月、
8
8
月
月、
今
今
月
月、
6月。
今月
Oh, wow, it's really angled. This month.
今
今
月
月。
6月
I mean, I have two separate fonts right now. Like two separate font styles for kanji.
11
11
月
月、
8
8
月
月、
今
今
月
月、
6
6
月
月、
来月
来月。え？朝ごはん。
朝ごはん
Yeah. Oh, was it this unit? Oh, it's this unit though. This one's this unit.
晩ご飯
Bangohan was introduced, so asagohan naturally. And there's probably one exercise on hirugohan. Naturally.
ご飯
Gohan.
食べ物
Tabemono as well, yeah. Now they're linked by theme. Mayasa.
毎朝
Yeah, yeah.
朝ごはん
Asagohan.
晩ごはん
Okay.
晩ご飯
Bangohan.
朝ごはん
Asa. Asa.
朝ごはん
晩ご飯
Han. Okay. There's
昼ごはん
hirugohan.
買い物
Kaimono. That's to mix with tabemono.
朝ごはん
Asagohan.
晩ごはん
Bangohan.
食べ物
Hirugohan. No, just gohan.
ご
Okay.
飯
Bangohan.
晩ご飯
Okay.
昼ごはん
Hirugohan.
買い物
Kaimono.
ご飯
Gohan.
晩ごはん
Bangohan.
朝ごはん
Asagohan.
晩ご飯
ご飯。
飯
ご飯。
晩ご飯。
晩
お茶。
お茶
昼ご飯。
I think ocha was thrown in because gohan and ocha are related by units. So sometimes there are like two random, seemingly random words that don't follow like either a theme or kanji read, like a hiragana read overlap, or a same kanji character. However, they're related by unit. So they kind of do that too. So ocha and gohan are from the same unit. Right? And now they both have kanji. So I don't know if that's something they considered. That's why they add those every once in a while. Hiru gohan.
食べ物。ご飯。晩ご飯。
The more you know, right? Okay, so I have 2 hearts and 4 lessons to go before we switch gears. Let's try to stay vigilant here. Okay.
今回。
今回
彼女。
彼女は怒りますか？怒りましたか？怒りましたか？お化け屋敷に行きました。そして長い列で待ちました。人気のジェットコースターは乾くなかったで乾くなかったです。yeah. 乾く Oh, did I say 乾くなかったです。乾くなかったです。We gotta stop going up. Like naka instead of nakatta. 乾くなかったです。Okay. So 人気のジェット
コースターは怖くなかったです。
彼氏の料理は最悪でした。最悪。It's the vocab. Okay. ジェットコースターはあまり That's a grammar point. あまり怖くなかったです。デートは6月30日でした。とても暑かった 暑かった。暑かったです。
暑かった。
暑かった。So it's kind of interesting. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
遊園地は混んでいましたか？
遊園地は混んでいましたか？混んでいましたか？混んでいました is something unique that I'm gonna have to keep track of because it's kind of like すきました。So お腹がすきました。And also similar to what was it? つけれる。No, 疲れる。Right? 疲れました。疲れました。Where I don't find it very particularly used in any other kind of tense other than the casual past tense and the formal, the polite past tense. We'll see. We'll see. はい。混んでいました。列で2時間待ちました。
午前9時にもう混んでいました。
午前9時にもうOoh. Wait. No. もう混んでいました。Oh, I thought of another word I might have forgotten. If it comes up. So, 混んでいました。混んでいました。9時。もう混んでいました。9時に、午前9時に。
先週のデートはどうでしたか？
先週のデートはどうでしたか？楽しくなかった。楽しくなかったです。なかった。楽しくなかったです。また喧嘩しました。喧嘩しました。
彼女と喧嘩しましたか？
彼女喧嘩しましたか？喧嘩しました。彼女と
先月のデートはどうでしたか？
先月のデートはどうでしたか？最悪でした。また彼氏と喧嘩しました。最悪。
列で2時間待ちました。
列で2時間待ちました。列待ちました。2時間列で
5月7日
5月
7日5月7日
OK
6月でした。
6月
でした。
Fair enough.
楽しくなかったです。
楽しくなかった。楽しくなかったです。
楽しくなかったです。楽しくなかったです。
楽しくなかった。楽しくなかったです。Still a little bit rough. Okay. 硬い。硬い。
パン。
パンは本当に硬い。No? Oh, right. Past tense. Oh no, you heckin'. 硬かったです。
硬かった。
硬かった
です。
映画は面白くなかったです。
です。
演技は最悪でした。スープは美味しくなかったです。美味しくなかったです。美味しくなかったです。映画館の床は綺麗じゃなかったです。
綺麗じゃなかった。
硬い肉でした。
晩ご飯は美味しかったですか？
晩ご飯は美味しかったですか？美味しかったですか？いいえ、スープだけ美味しかったです。
どんなシーンがありましたか？
だけ was the vocab。どんなシーンがありましたか？どんなシーンがありましたか？どんなシーンありましたか？
昨日の映画はどうでしたか？
昨日の映画はどうでしたか？全然面白くなかったです。面白くなかったです。全然面白くなかったです。
床にゴミがたくさんありました。
床にゴミ、床にゴミがたくさんありました。たくさんゴミ。床に。
映画のチケットはいくらでしたか？
映画のチケットはいくらでしたか？全然安くなかった。安くなかったです。全然安くなかったです。3000円でした。Okay. Fair enough.
牛肉はあまり美味しくなかったです。
牛肉はあまり美味しくなかった。牛肉はあまり美味しくなかったです。Okay. I like how really and very are next to each other. I swear. I swear. Duolingo.
晩ご飯
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 チキンは硬かったです。チキン
チキンは、チキンは something 美味しくな、no?
硬かった
硬かったです。硬かったです。
チキンは硬かったです。
Just doing it on
ポ
purpose.
ップコーンは安くなかったです。
ポップコーン。
ポップコーン
ポップコーンは
安くなかった
安なかった
で
です。
す。
安くなかった。安くなかった。安くなかったです。
安くなかった。
安くなかった。
メインは魚でした。
Oh, main. I totally forgot about main.
Main は
And main は Yeah.
メインは魚でした。結構
結構 That's 10%. Echo. Ooh, oh. Echo. Okay.
メインは魚でした。
魚でした。Gecko. Gecko. Sorry, not gecko. Echo. Okay.
週末 週末
Oh, it was a disappointing week.
週末週末
残念な
週末
でした。残念な Okay. 残念な週末でした。That's a grammar point. 昨日彼女と別れます。アプリで新しい彼女を見つけます。見つけます。Totally botched that. 別れます。アプリ。Oh, I forgot this completely. Problems.問題。
他
Okay, 他の問題も他の問題も
ありました。
問題先週のデートは本当に 残念でした。別の
彼女
を探します。いろいろな問題がありました。問題。アプリでもっといい人を探します。
彼氏と別れます。
彼氏と別れます。and then there's きっともっと素敵な人に会いましょう。きっと sure。
どんな問題がありましたか？
どんな問題がありましたか？ Does 問題 sound like problem in Fujianese? No. 大 Oh, I mean, kind of. 大 It has die in it, but it's on the reverse. I think that's the closest I can think of that expresses problem with a syllable, with a sound that's similar. Die. Like, if it was like, 問題をたくさんありました。やら大。like 問題をたくさん or たくさんの問題やら大。どんなも okay どんな問題 it's gonna be tough for me. I don't use negative words very often. 問題 is 問題 oh moon I don't moon high moon ooh yeah moon high I don't know what the tone is but moon high in Cantonese so it's easy for me. Oh, it might be. I just I don't know how to express problems. I'm trying to think if there's a word I can think of that's close to that. Because it doesn't elicit my oh, that's what it means. Interesting. Yeah. It doesn't elicit like right away like oh. Yeah. I'll have to ask. Interesting. Moon high. Mondai. I get it. I see it. Kind of a near rhyme. Okay. Well, I'll remember that instead. Actually, I need to hear what it sounds like. Oh. What the heck? Hold up. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to look this up. Oh, in Taishanese? Yeah. I was curious, what it is in, let's see. What does it sound like in Mandarin? Oh, yeah, that's not...
问题
Yeah, 问题. 没问题. Yeah. I hear 没问题 a lot. So that's Mandarin, by the way. So yeah, 问题 is 问题 is what I would remember when it comes to Mandarin, because I hear 没问题 a lot of times. Like, oh yeah, it's no problem. Like 没问题, right? It's a shame there's no pinyin for. Let's see if I can get. We're gonna take a gamble.
Problem. 問題
Mantai. Oh. Yeah, Mantai. Yes. Yes, Mantai. No, you're right. You're right, Mantai. Yeah, Mantai. Yeah, for Cantonese. That's the Cantonese one. So I was listening to the Mandarin one first. So Wenti makes sense, and Mantai. Yeah. Mo Mantai is the same thing. So Mei Wenti for Mandarin, but Mo Mantai is the phrase that I hear a lot when it comes to Cantonese. Mo Mantai, as in no problem, not a problem. Mo Dai is probably what I would say in Fujianese. Mo Dai, no problem. I don't know if they would substitute. So I would have to ask my parents if they would substitute. How do you say 没问题 and 没问题? I would say 没问题. Interesting. And then we have 问题. I think remembering the Cantonese is fine. 问题 is good. I'll keep that in mind to remember it. I'll remember this moment. Thanks, Granola. It was introduced in this unit, and it was one of the words that I didn't recall. We got 19 today, but I missed like 2 or 3, as per usual. And this one's a good one because it might serve as a lot of purpose, right? Dona Montai ga arimashita ka? What? I know. Wait, yeah.
彼女と別れます。
彼女と別れます。きっともっと親切な人に会いましょう。会いますよ。I gotta be careful because when I put yo at the end and it's like I must, sometimes I kind of say I must show as opposed to I must yo. So I'm like kind of like slurring my words there, or slurring my things, and it could create 2 separate meanings, right? If I say I must show, that would be kind of weird. So I must yo.
きっともっと素敵なパートナーを見つけます。
きっともっと素敵なパートナーを見つけます。I skipped 2. 見つけます。 I'm sure I'll find a lovelier partner. 素敵なパートナー。
彼女と別れます。
彼女と変われます。I said 別れます。I'm pretty sure I said 変われます。別れます。別れます。昨日ちょっと別れます。Oh, here we go. Let's try this again. きっともっと素敵な人 just randomly turn into ひらがな。人に会いますよ。会いますよ。
彼女とたくさん問題がありました。
Okay. 彼女とたくさん問題がありました。Okay.
アプリはちょっと。
アプリは
ちょっと。
fair enough.
残念でした。
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 もうすぐ彼氏と別れます。
もうすぐ
彼氏と別れます。もうすぐ彼氏と別れます。
もうすぐ彼氏と別れます。Definitely don't want to hear that. Mantai. I can't forget it now. Mantai. I wonder how they got from Wenti to Mantai. Huh. It's so good though. Okay.
綺麗じゃなかった。
Alright, we're just gonna move along here. Okay, we need a month. 4月7日にナオミさんとレストランに行きました。アプリでもっといい人を探します。何だけ美味しかったです。Something. The bus, obviously. Shuttle bus. Fried potato. No. Yeah, never mind. Fried potato. デートは6月30日でした。とても暑かったです。
暑かった。
And that kind of goes back and forth. It's fine. We won't have to worry about. Let's not focus on that. Let's not belabor that. その何の演技はまあまあでした。IU works.
遊園地は混んでいましたか？
はい。列で1時間待ちました。
牛肉はあまり美味しくなかったです。
牛肉はあまり美味しくなかった。牛肉はあまり美味しくなかったです。One day.
彼女と別れます。
彼女別れます。 Okay. We're fine. We're fine.
先月のデートは本当に最悪でした。
先月のデートは本当に最悪でした。先月のデートは本当に最悪でした。It's the worst. Oh, snap. Oh, no.
昨日の
I
デ
gotta
ートは
watch
どうで
myself
した
here.
か？
I don't want to extend this any longer than it has to. Let's not make mistakes like that again. 昨日のデートはどうでしたか？楽しくなかったです。彼氏と喧嘩しました。喧嘩。
デートは全然楽しくなかったです。
デートは全然楽しくなかったです。
なかったです。楽しく、デートは全然楽しくなかったです。
楽しくなかった。Okay.
「昨日の映画は面白くなかったです」。昨日の映画の
昨日映画は
昨日の映画は面白くなかったですのは面白くなかったです。昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。
面白くなかったです。面白なかったです。
今回彼氏は30分遅れました。今回30分彼氏
今回彼氏は30分
遅れました。今回彼氏は30分遅れました。
いつ彼氏と別れますか？
いつ彼氏と別れました。別れますか？
いつ彼氏と別れますか？
先月のデートは本当に最悪でした。
Okay. 先月のデートは本当に最悪でした。Okay. Hooray! That wasn't too bad, 2.5 hours. Alright. That's a wrap for Japanese today. Duolingo. I think our Duolingo sessions are getting to the length that I feel it's a reasonable length to add other activities into. So it's not too bad. I haven't decided if I'm going to add the activity every other day, on review day. This was actually on the longer side because we had lots of kanji stuff on the longer side. So I want to feel out how I'm going to add the extra activity because it's less than 5 days away where we're going to add an extra activity. And the activities are going to be temporary, as in they have an endpoint. Many of the activities, the video games, right? Video games are going to have an endpoint, and I need to make room to make commentary on video games still. especially now that I have a perspective on Japanese. I can make commentary on the Japanese from an English speaker's perspective in the video game and at the end and beginning of the video game. So it's going to be exciting. This has been a long project, right? Largely, most of my life projects are around 6 months, so it's not that long. It's only been like 4 months. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, it's been like 4.5 months. It's still not all that long, right? And now I want to integrate it into a previous lifestyle that I have, which are video games. So we're gonna have to put that into action soonish. Yeah, that's probably. I don't have too much to say about the take-home message, other than I hope you guys continue to enjoy Japanese. I'm looking forward to sharing how these 130 days or more of Japanese learning is going to affect, like, change the way I play video games and consume video games. Because now I actually think games that occasionally have Japanese, there are a couple. Actually, yesterday I watched, or like even not even just games, but yesterday I watched episode 4 of The Boys, and one of the characters is Japanese. So there was a scene where they were talking Japanese, and that limited scene, oftentimes when you have scenes in multicultural shows, especially English ones, the sentences and stuff aren't quite as complicated in my opinion, so you can kind of like pick it up. So it's a really fun surprise these days, right? So there's that kind of thing. Oftentimes it's about revenge and like hating and feelings and stuff, so it's pretty nice. So we'll see how that affects video games too. Personally, ideally, the video games we're going to play are going to be made to be in Japanese, and then I've played them in English, that kind of thing. But if I had a personal take on this, I love video games that have more than one language in the actual game, like it's part of the game. So there is a series that is like that. At the same time, you have to pick a dominant language, like a Dragon series, add multiple languages. You can in the Japanese versions there were Chinese, because there are Chinese communities in Japan. And then when the English started coming out, there's both English, Chinese, and Japanese dialogue. So the English version replaced most of the Japanese, but they kept the Chinese. But I really like games that actually just pull all stops, where they, okay, yes, if your language is chosen English, the characters that are represented in Japanese, this is a little stickler because most of the characters are Japanese. So when you're listening to Japanese, the Japanese version, the parts where there are English, I don't think they ended up using English. So that's kind of a weird thing. But I would love, seeing if I can pick up a game where English speaking people are English, and it's kind of like the movies, right? I like watching movies that feature many people, many cultures at the same time, and they would naturally go back and forth. Like subtitles will show up for whatever the target language, whatever the native language is. However, those characters themselves speak the language that the characters are. So that kind of stuff is far rarer to find. And in video games, you do like the suspension of disbelief, basically. It's like, oh yeah, these are Japanese characters. They're speaking English, but you have to imagine them speaking Japanese. Or then when you do the Japanese part, okay, most of the characters are Japanese, so they're speaking Japanese. However, suddenly there's this, foreigner, right, who is speaking a foreign language, but they're speaking perfect Japanese. That's kind of like one of those things. Like, it perpetuates what I feel is the social norm of most things. When people think exclusively in a language, as opposed to my social norm, which nowadays, I don't want to get too political about this. Lots of people think too extreme about this, but my social norm is that I'm around an environment that is more than one language most of the time, and it's still the rarer environment. I totally understand that. So naturally, video games, movies, and books don't naturally tend to be written with mixed language in mind. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can pick up any of those. Right. Anyways, that's probably something to look forward to. I hope everyone else continue to find new things to do. When you're learning a new language, I think one of the most interesting motivations when you're learning a new language is try to find as many creative ways, right? Creative ways to use your new language. You can do anything in your new language, right? Your target language. Isn't that awesome? I wouldn't do it exclusively though. I know this is going to be a contentious point and a hot take, maybe a hot take, or people will disagree with me, but I want to bring them together. So like everything I do in English, I'm going to try to find how to do them in Japanese. But it's not because I want to stop doing them in English. It's because I can do both. So I love, in the future, I would love to play games regardless if it's English first or Japanese first. I would love to be able to play them in both the languages. And if they have dual audio, even better. Because low-key, I can't relate and empathize to people who says like, oh, the English dub is better than the Japanese dub, or the English subtitles are better than the Japanese subtitles, and then whichever came first. So like if it's a Japanese game, then obviously to most people the English dub sucks and the English subtitles is like meh, it doesn't capture the spirit of Japanese. It's like, well, it's different, right? And the reason why I say that is it's mentality like that makes it so that there isn't a good English dub for Japanese games, because companies and developers get diminished return. Most people already write it off. It's a xenophobia, it's a bias, it's a discomfort. So whenever that comes along, whenever there's a Japanese like anime that suddenly the developers and writers, or like the people who invest, right, not the artists and the animators and stuff, because they don't pay the bills, the publishers do. So when the publishers determine like most people don't even listen to the English dub, so let's just do a little enough. But occasionally when you come along and there's like an indie project for video games, for movies, for books and stuff, you know, an indie person, the person's like, oh, I'm multilingual or I'm multicultural, and then they wanted the English to be just as great as the Japanese. Blue-Eyed Samurai from last year, because the two authors are literally in a multicultural couple. They're an interracial couple. So one has like English and Japanese. So both of them, they put in the hard work and the time at the very obvious thing. In a Netflix audience, you have a higher likely propensity that if a thing that takes place in Japanese, a lot of people want to see it in English, right? Or hear it in English. However, alternatively, you could also write in the Japanese stuff too. So that's kind of the super neat thing. But it's a chicken or the egg situation in my opinion. I think when anime, for example, slight hot take, when anime fans and video game fans complain about like, oh yeah, the English dub is always terrible because it was a Japanese game first. It's a chicken or the egg. Because of that mentality, there's no business or return on investing money into a good dub cast or rewriting things or reanimating things in a video game when the large majority of your target audience is going to say, oh, well, this is a Japanese game. All your characters should be speaking Japanese, right? That's kind of the thing. So it takes a very brave writer and developer to pitch to a publisher, or they publish themselves and spend extra amount of resources and money to write 2 different versions of a game dealing with a static content that captures the essence of English and the essence of Japanese. But when that happens, I can definitely name those shows as of late, and Blue-Eyed Samurai would be a very, very excellent example. I said many others, like Great Pretender is a fantastic one. Anything that deals with sci-fi, especially westernized sci-fi and western fantasy, translates really well into English, because English is actually the dominant language in which these genre happened. Like if you have like a spaghetti western, right, written by a Japanese person, if you hear the dub version or like the English, it's actually probably, I don't understand enough Japanese. However, I would imagine if I knew enough Japanese, it feels like it's a spaghetti western, as in it is the Japanese perception of what a American spaghetti western would look like. However, when you hear it in English, the people that are English would be like, yeah, that's definitely a spaghetti western, right? There's a non-traditional spaghetti western that most people probably won't realize, but bounty hunting, sci-fi, bounty hunting, Cowboy Bebop, that is a spaghetti western. It just happens to take place in the future. So, like Firefly, I actually haven't ever watched the Japanese version of Firefly. I'm kind of curious what the dub of Firefly sounds like. But anyways, that's all I'm saying. Like, there's room to either encourage, in my opinion, as a person who loves language learning and exploring other languages now, I suppose, and have some first-hand experience, I would love that end users would be the first people to incentivize developers, writers, especially publishers, that, hey, we do love hearing what our beloved games are in English and in Japanese. As in, pull the stops, write the characters, and allow your English voice actors, right, for example, to flex their muscle with English, not how to be Japanese while speaking English, for example, right? It would be cool to have like a fictional world of fictional sci-fi. Sci-fi works really well because you can imagine a world where people would speak different languages and act differently, because all the worlds, maybe you can make a setting where all the nations and stuff kind of blended together now, as opposed to being exclusive, so then it doesn't break people's immersion. Like, oh, that's weird, why would a Japanese person be speaking Japanese to an English speaker, that kind of thing, right? Universal translator, if you will, that kind of thing. Star Trek gets away with universal translator, that kind of stuff. Or Star Wars does the, other shows do the, oh yeah, you just eat this magical thing and then it just automatically translates, so now everyone speaks the same language, right? In those situations, the context of the show and stuff can totally be dubbed more than once. Because now you accept the fact that everyone speaks, quote unquote, with their same idiosyncrasy, like their behaviors and stuff and mannerisms. Only now the language is universal, right? So those are cool situations. I think video games can present those so much. There's so much leniency because of how animation works now, like rigging and animation. Sometimes it's kind of almost, it's kind of bittersweet when you see a really great dub of a game and half the time, you know, you're playing the game, Like a Dragon's one of them. You're playing the game and I would be playing the English version, then I'd be playing the Japanese version, and I can't wait to play the Chinese version. The last recent game, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, is the only current game in the entire series that have 3 audio tracks for all the characters. It's not exclusive to Japanese, it's not exclusive to English. Every time I play and choose a language, there's often that one person who comes by and say, why are you playing the game in English? And then suddenly, like, why are you playing the game in English? The Japanese is better. And then when I'm playing Japanese, is why aren't you playing in English? Like that, it happens all the time. I'm like, why not both? Why not all of them? I can't wait to address that firsthand, at least experience that firsthand with different lenses. Yeah, go out there. Right, go out there, use your language, use your target language as much as you can. I think interacting with other Japanese people is great. It's a gold standard, but it's honestly, it's not the only thing you can do. You can do so much more with another language, right? You can even write your entire journal in Japanese if you wanted. One day you could have a journal that every other day you write in Japanese, every other day you write in English. It's gonna be part of your life. At least I like to hope that when people are learning a language, they want it to be part of their life. I think it's incredibly narrow-minded that a language has to be spoken and taught and experienced only worthwhile with other people who have grown up with that language. I think that's really, really myopic. It's incredibly narrow-minded. That's a good idea. Write a journal in Spanish or German for you. Yeah, that's what you do. I'm already doing that. Hello there, you. Yeah, I do that every day. That's kind of the thing. You're trying to change as much part of your life to make the language part of your life. Like all of your life, including your regular language, like your common language. Like, I don't think of Fujianese as a separate part of my life. Like, oh yeah, I should only speak Fujianese when I'm with my parents. No, I think of all the languages as much as I can. I go back and forth, you know? You can't... It's hard to be comfortable with something that needs to be part of your life if you keep making separate conditions to use the language, your target language, in your life. So like, lots of people do the thing where, oh yeah, I'm just gonna input and I'm not gonna output until I get to Japan. Like, okay, well, and then what happens when you leave Japan? It's like, well, I'm gonna do it, you know, I'm gonna live in Japan. But you don't have to live in Japan to want to do it. At least that's my opinion. We're not talking about right or wrong ways of doing things, because most people like to focus on right or wrong things. No one's gonna stop you from engaging in your language and making it part of your life, right? I certainly am not one who says, someone says like ni hao ma to me like that would make me think like, wait a minute, they said it like they owned that. That's awesome. Instead of being scared and shy and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't ever done this before. Like that kind of thing, that shows to me that that person, in my opinion, has roped off a piece of their life and they only use their language in that life. That's pretty much the opposite of quote unquote being fluent in anything, right? And I still get that comment where someone would come up and say, "Oh, whoa, you just spent 90% of your time speaking English." Yeah, the 90% you hear me here. What do you think I'm doing for the next 90%? Or the other 90%? Like, you gotta stop using percentages. Because I think of more than one language pretty much every single moment of my life. Like right now, I'm thinking about how to say this in Fujianese. Right? I can do it whenever I want because it's normal. So the closer you get, in my opinion, to normal, I don't think you have to concern yourself with fluency or when it clicks. Because if you're gonna continue using it, you're not gonna even notice, in my opinion. I don't think I ever notice whenever I'm talking to my parents. Like we just talked about I can't even say oven. Say oven, right? Sochi, sai sochi, say oven. Like you just do it. Just go for it. It doesn't even matter if you are substituting words, at least in my opinion. But go out there, engage in your language. That's what I want to do as a final message for today. Japanese is pretty OP if it becomes part of your life. In my opinion, it sounds great, doesn't it? It's a great way to contrast between English and then suddenly I want to start speaking like I just randomly want to switch between like start the sentence in Japanese and then go through English and then end in Fujianese one day, like nonchalantly, and then see what happens, you know. Just see what kind of reaction I have, you know. Getting kay papa gongwa, then I suddenly just talk in English and then we end with like, you know, jane. It will be fun in the future. I'm gonna try my best. I think to me that's why it's fun and awesome to have multiple languages. I don't think keeping language separate appreciates the different types of flexibility you have when you can be talking to my mommy guy baba sai hujiwa and suddenly I'm talking to you guys in English and I'm still trying to like form, you know, sentences while I'm nihongo o benkyou shimasu, right? So that's kind of the idea, right? You're going from different contexts in which whenever you're talking in a different language and you're swapping to another language and you're trying to form the next sentence in the next language, right? You're just coming back and forth and it's really great. I am going to switch over to Chinese. Today is the big day. It's review day for Chinese. So I was just closing my Japanese session. So there you go, guys. For all the Japanese people out, the Japanese learner interests out there. If you're gonna watch this later, thanks for watching. Mata ne, mata shita. Right? I'll see you next time. And I'm gonna switch gears. Today's a big day. I'm gonna get up and stretch for a little bit before I continue. So I'll be right back. Thank you.